Alright, we are playing some Golf Clash here. I'm trying to get these new holes for the Maple Bay. And so there was a few holes that I didn't get early on, and I was just going through some of my video, and this is hole number 1. It's a par 4. And so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to find out like where we're at with red lines, like what does it look like. So trying to get to my extra mile here with a snow globe. Now our first bounce is somewhere, so our first bounce, if I can get my, so we're in this area, but our second bounce is like right up in this. So the question is can you bridge the gap from here over? If we have any tailwind in the tournament, it'll make it tougher. This would actually be an easier shot with some side wind, because then we wouldn't have to worry about our distance changing and having to pull out any wind or adjust for any wind. But there's definitely, man, it looks so close that you could get on, or potentially get on, with a 5-power ball. I did not take the shot. I was just trying to see where different balls fit into the equation. I know, this layup shot out here, and I believe in the video I do lay it up out there, is probably, it's definitely the safer shot, but just trying to see what different clubs can do with a big powered ball. And see, even there, if you get the bounces right, you can hopscotch, but it's a question of whether or not you can bounce all the way across over there. I think you might be able to do it with a power 5 ball and an extra mile. You might be able to do it. But it would be very tricky to get over there and end up on the green or the fairway. This shot here, the drive shot, getting that bounce in the right spot to be able to bridge that gap. I'm going to try that shot, I think, the very first time I get this in qualifying. I'm going to try that shot, or the next time I'm on this hole, and burn a ball just to see if it's even worth exploring. So our opponent hits over, and I can see that as being a big issue on this particular hole, is ending up, having to negotiate those sand traps. It's always better if you can get on the other side of them to start off with. And I'm going to come at it with a rock, so I get some accuracy. The rock's got better distance than a quarterback, but it doesn't have as much topspin. So the full ring set's 5 miles an hour, so we got a 4.5 mile an hour wind. So if I let the wind help us out, I'm going to leave a little bit of it in there and take a little bit of it out. Just a little bit too far. Just a bit outside. It'll be a tricky shot. It'll be, and I think the deal, having I think on this hole I'm going to bring a Kingmaker. If I'm shooting that shot right there, I'm going to bring a Kingmaker and a QB. And I'm going to bring the Kingmaker because it'll help me out, because it'll give you more curl or more side spin options and give you more power on that drive, so that you can find the spot that's the best for the QB, that takes the least amount of risk, so you can lay up out there. And the QB's got better top spin than the rock, so it might help me get up into the right spot. And a Kingmaker's definitely going to help on this second shot, because if we're up in this area, if we're up at the top of that fairway area on the other side over there, we're probably going to be in minimum hornet. If we play it right, we're probably going to be in minimum hornet, or maximum wedge, depending on how far up there you can get. playing it at 4 per ring. I'm doing a 1.5 pull. So that's about 6. That was just a little too much. Maybe 0.3, 0.7. It was close. But no cigar. It was like a million miles away. So this is going to be one of those holes that's going to be a tough hole to get eagle on. It's going to be one of those shots where we're going to have to be we're going to have to hit perfect, and we're going to have to line it up, have a really good win numbers for our clubs if we're going to do the layup out there. But I am in the tournament going to try that hole the first time just using I'm going to take my extra mile and I'm going to pull out a snow globe and I'm going to go for it and see what happens, see which way the wind's going. So if I need to drop the wind down, I'll use a lower wind ball. If I can use the wind to my advantage, I'm going to use a snow globe. But I'm going to try it just to see, and I'll post it so you guys can look at it. Alright, thanks for watching. Maybe.